The first lie was small. That is what makes the road dangerous. Nobody wakes up a traitor. You become one decision at a time. Gold record on the wall, penthouse over the town. Every room full of people, not one brother around. I reached what I wanted and discovered too late. A dream built on betrayal is a beautiful cage. Your name was removed from the documentary cut. They asked me one question, I did not interrupt. I could have said he built this, instead I stayed still. And silence signed a lie more completely than ink will. That was not the beginning, only where I arrived. So I walked through the city, tracing back with the crime. Bright studio lights, host praising my mind. Called me the sole architect of the whole design. I smiled at the camera, let the mythology grow. Though half of the concepts came from nights in your home. Afterward you texted, brother,
why did you agree?
I replied, it is promotion.
Do not make this about me.
That sentence held a door through which arrogance came, turning justified hurt into jealousy by name. I took the long way back through every lie I told. Past the rooms that felt warm but left my spirit cold. I cannot ask forgiveness like a debt you must pay. I can only walk the truth in the opposite way. Trace that road.
Name that act.
No empty words.
Bring on the bag.
Trace that road.
Name that act.
No empty words.
Bring on the bag.
They offered 7 figures if the group became one. Said your record make the company nervous, too fun. I told myself accepting could protect us in time. That I would bring you back after building the climb. But compromise grows teeth when it feeds on delay. One temporary choice becomes a permanent way. I signed without calling and announced it as fact. Expected brotherhood to survive or respect could not take. You did not shout or threaten, just placed down your keys. Said the brother would have spoken before deciding for me. The quiet disappointment followed every applause. The first truthful sentence naming what ambition had caused. Before contracts and cameras came smaller events. Missing your credits, delaying percentages. Choosing new friends for the table upstairs. Leaving you with the crew like you belonged only there. I called it network and said you did not understand. But success had begun changing how I measured the man. Anyone useful felt close, anyone honest felt tense. I traded depth for access and called it common sense. Betrayal rarely enters where an enemy close. It arrives as convenience that nobody opposes. Every time I stay silent to protect my advance, I move one step farther from the brother I had. I cannot undo the distance, I cannot unmake the pain. I cannot wash the memory by standing in the rain. But I can return what I took, I can speak your rightful name. Even if you never trust me, I will choose the truth again. Finally the old doorway, rust around the frame where two unknown boys first divided one name. I remembered the promise written over the wall. If one reaches daylight, he comes back for us all. I reached daylight alone, then pretended I earned every stair, every lesson, every bridge that we burned. The wall had been painted, but the words stayed in mind. A promise does not vanish because success makes you blind. So I called the label, corrected every credit, transferred half the catalog before you requested, recorded an interview naming all that you made, not as bait for forgiveness, not a public parade. I stepped down from the company, opened every account, paid each artist the difference from the incorrect amounts. Then I sent one short message without asking reply. I betrayed what we built, I will no longer deny. 3 months later, I found you outside the old store. You nodded once slowly, did not open the door. I said, I understand if the friendship is through. You said change is not proven by one honest move. Then you walked toward the station, I stayed where I stood. No reunion for cameras, no ending made good. But the next day, you sent me one unfinished beat. 16 bars, no promises, let the truth meet the street. I took the long way back through every lie I told. Past the rooms that felt warm but left my spirit cold. Forgiveness is not guaranteed because I changed my way. But redemption means choosing what is right every day. The first lie was small, so was the first honest step back. That is how every road begins. 10 years I've been waiting for this moment. Turn around. You betrayed the family. We used to be inseparable, walking the identical road, until you betrayed me and abandoned the sacred code. Trusted you heavily, treated you like my absolute blood, and you dragged my magnificent reputation through the mud. When the feds heavily hit the deeply terrifying block, you suddenly vanished without a deeply historical clock, leaving me to heavily, deeply navigate the heavy storm, while you heavily took a completely different form. I spent the heavily, deeply, incredibly dark decade in rage, trapped inside a deeply psychological heavy cage, plotting the deeply magnificent, unadulterated revenge, wearing the deeply heavily historically avenged, the deeply perceived betrayal that you beautifully orchestrated, leaving my deeply magnificent family heavily devastated. I got the heavily loaded weapon pointing right at your chest, ready to heavily put the heavy demons to rest. Give me one deeply magnificent reason I shouldn't shoot and pull the incredibly heavily, deeply treacherous route. Drop the pride, stand side by side, washing away the tears that we cried. Drop the pride, stand side by side, washing away the tears that we cried. You think I ran? You think I abandoned you? Put the gun down and listen to the truth. The feds had a deeply magnificent, ironclad, heavy case. They had you heavily, deeply unadulterated, clear face on the deeply magnificent, heavily hidden camera lens, ready to deeply heavily put you in the federal pens. Your daughter was heavily, deeply, incredibly recently born. I couldn't let her heavily, deeply, historically mourn the heavily, deeply devastating loss of a young father. So I heavily, deeply, incredibly took the bother. I went to the prosecutor, taking the magnificent blame, protecting your deeply historical, unadulterated name. I did the heavily, deeply terrifying 8 years in the dark, leaving the deeply, heavily, incredibly permanent mark. I never told you cause I wanted you to deeply live free, escaping the incredibly, heavily devastating tragedy. I took the heavily, deeply, incredibly massive, heavy fall, so you can heavily, deeply, beautifully stand tall. You heavily, deeply took the federal indictment for me, sacrificing your deeply magnificent, heavy liberty. I spent the incredibly, deeply, heavily decade in pure hate, while you was heavily, securing my family's fate. I would do it heavily, deeply, incredibly, absolutely again. You are the most magnificent, deeply, incredible of men. The brotherhood heavily transcends the deeply superficial pride. We incredibly, heavily, deeply, historically, side by side. I'm so sorry, brother. I didn't know. It's over now. Come here, man. Carried away, sealed the gate, standing as a king in the hands of fate. Carried away, sealed the gate, standing as a king in the hands of fate. Hands of fate, hands of fate, hands of fate. Look, hands of fate. Look. Yeah. Look back. Yeah. Engine purring quiet, 2 a.m. on the dash. Memories hitting my brain like a camera flash. I made it out the trench, got a house on the hill, but the ghost of the block is residing with me still. Looking in the rear view, I see my brother's face, caught up in the system, running in the devil's race. He took the left turn, I took the right path. Now I'm dealing with the guilt and the silent aftermath. Champagne in my glass, but it tastes like the rain. Every victory I celebrate is shadowed by the pain. They call me a success, say I beat the statistics, but they don't know the toll of the street ballistics. I carry their names like a tattoo on the chest, praying that their troubled souls finally find rest. I sleep with one eye open, trauma in my veins. Even out the hood, I can still feel the chain. Keep driving, seal the gate, carry the weight, standing as a king in the hands of fate. Standing as a king, standing as a king in the hands of fate. Cold mirror, don't lie, cold mirror, seeing all the fallen angels flying in the sky. at the intersection, yellow light blinks. Mind is like an ocean, trying not to let it sink. Surviving is a blessing, but it feels like a curse when you carrying the casket and riding in the hearse. I pour a little liquor on the pristine concrete for the soldiers who were swallowed by the unforgiving street. Money changed the zip code, money changed the clothes, but it never changes how the bitter story goes. Every time I make a move, I do it for the group, living out the dreams that they never got to do. I'm walking through the fire with the ice cold stare, built an empire with truth from the ashes of despair. If the talk get loud, I let the silence reign. The quiet man's wisdom is a loud man's pain. When the night come down and the shadows creep, I'm the silent protector while the city is asleep. Seal the gate, carry the weight, standing as a king in the hands of fate.
Standing as a king,
standing as a king in the hands of fate.
cold mirror, don't lie, cold mirror. Seeing all the fallen angels flying in the sky. Fly, fly, fly.
Cold mirror, don't lie, cold mirror.
Wipe away the tear, let the weak emotions dry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I wear the invisible crown, heavy on the dome, building up a fortress, protecting the home. No forgetting where I'm from, no erasing the pain, just channeling the thunder and walking in the rain.
cold mirror, don't lie, cold mirror. Seeing all the fallen angels flying in the sky. Don't lie, cold mirror. Wipe away the tear, let the weak emotions dry.
Carry the weight, 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 carry the weight. Same cipher, same code, pass the sound. One mic, every brother holds it down. Same cipher, same code, pass the sound. Different roads brought us all beneath the ground. Hold it down, hold it down, hold it down, hold it down. Yeah. Check the circle. One came from the west where the summer stayed hot. One came from the towers where the elevator stopped. One brother lost his father, one was raised by the street, but the beat made us equal when we gathered every week. No man took the center for too long at a time. Every brother had a moment, every pain had a rhyme. If your verse lost direction, we will help you rebuild, not laugh at your weakness just to make ourselves skilled. We corrected one another, kept the ego outside, because pride breaks a circle faster than enemies tried. There were nights when the anger made the whole crew divide, and the music brought the truth. We were too stubborn to hide. One microphone taught us what the world never showed. If its stories can survive underneath the same code, pass the mic. Every brother gets a voice inside the circle tonight. Speak the truth, speak the truth. Keep the brotherhood tight. Hold it cold, don't fold, hold the cold. Different scars, but we carry the same underground soul. Hold the cold, don't fold, hold the cold. When one voice starts to weaken, every brother makes it whole. Yeah, whole. Then the scene became crowded and the money walked in. Some started calling brothers by the value of their wins. Every handshake felt colder, every smile had a plan. They forgot the old cipher where the brotherhood began. We refused to turn the circle to a ladder for fame. No brother stood above us just because of his name. When the record did numbers, every brother felt proud. When the record disappeared, we still gathered around. We buried 2 brothers and we welcomed 3 sons. Told them old school means finishing what loyalty begun. It is more than drum patterns or the clothing you wear. It's making room inside the circle and protecting who is there. Now the train still shakes the bridge when the midnight winds blow. When the younger brothers gather where we stood years ago. Pass the mic. Every brother gets a voice inside the circle tonight. Speak the truth, speak the truth. Keep the brotherhood tight. Hold the cold, don't fold, hold the cold. Different scars, but we carry the same underground soul. Hold the cold, don't fold, hold the cold. When one voice starts to weaken, every brother makes it whole. Yeah, the circle has no front seat and no brother stands behind. Every voice deserves respect, every scar deserves a line. Old school is the promise that the strong protect the small. When the microphone is shared, there is room enough for all.
Same cipher, same cipher, same cipher, same code. They got the building surrounded, bro. We can shoot our way out of this. Don't give up. We can escape through the alley, driving the getaway car, escaping the city, and traveling exceptionally far. I got the deeply magnificent heavy artillery loaded before the incredibly heavily historical building imploded. We ain't heavily deeply surrendering to the heavy police. We fighting until the incredibly deeply heartbeat cease. You taught me to heavily deeply never back down from a fight. We dominate in the incredibly heavily terrifying night. I take the front line, deeply heavily clearing the way, ensuring we heavily deeply live to see another day. We heavily built a deeply magnificent massive empire, walking beautifully heavily through the historical fire. I refuse to heavily see you in incredibly heavy chains, washing the heavily deeply generational beautiful stains. Grab the heavily deeply accumulated massive duffel bag. We hoisting the heavily deeply revolutionary heavy flag. I'm willing to deeply heavily perfectly die by your side. A monumental heavily deeply historical heavy pride. Take the crown, hold it down. Lifting the underground brothers up from the ground. Take the crown, hold it down. Lifting the underground brothers up from the ground. The crown. Lifting the underground brothers up from the ground. The crown. Lifting the underground brothers up. My heavily deeply historical running is finally done. I'm facing the incredibly deeply devastating setting sun. If we heavily shoot our way out, we both incredibly die in the deeply magnificent heavily historical legacy fly directly out of the heavily deeply incredibly window pane. I'm taking the deeply heavily incredibly massive heavy blame. I'm handing you the heavily keys to the massive vault, eradicating the deeply heavily historical heavy assault. Take the incredibly heavily accumulated dirty cash and deeply heavily orchestrate a magnificent heavy dash to the deeply legal beautifully heavily corporate real estate, changing the incredibly heavily deeply historical fate. You are the heavily deeply incredibly magnificent CEO, watching the deeply heavily beautifully legal businesses grow. I'm sacrificing my physical heavily historical freedom so you can legitimately rule the magnificent kingdom. I can't heavily deeply heavily leave you inside the cell, enduring the incredibly heavily deeply psychological hell. I owe you my incredibly deeply heavily beautiful life, surviving the deeply heavily historical heavy stride. You owe me heavily deeply incredibly nothing but massive success, passing the incredibly heavily historical test. The police are heavily breaching the door. Take the deeply magnificent blueprint and beautifully soar. Get on the ground. I'm unarmed. I surrender. I surrender. Run out the back, make me proud. They got the back, make me proud. Take the crown. Take the crown. Midnight. Same question. Same answer. I was never there. Yeah. Red motel sign bleeding over wet concrete. Black coupe running with the heat on the seat. 12:15, no sleep in my eyes. Practicing the words for my midnight alibi. I said I was driving on the west side alone. Radio loud, never answered my phone. Said I never saw him, never knew where he went. But every line I repeated made a little less sense. My brother told me keep the story short. Do not add details, do not mention the court. His voice stayed calm, but
but his hands disagree. Fear has a language that the mouth cannot speak. We learn young how to guard every name, how to stand in the rain and deny every claim. No cracks in the circle, no truth for the street. Loyalty measured by the secrets you keep. But the night came back every time I close my eyes at empty backseat and those unfinished goodbyes. No witness in the window, no face in the dark. Still guilt left fingerprints all over my heart. Midnight alibi, same old lie beneath the light. I say I was nowhere, but my shadow knows the night. Midnight alibi, rain keeps falling from the sky. Nobody saw me there, but I cannot fool my mind. Morning at the diner, black coffee going cold. Two men in the corner watching stories unfold. Maybe they were strangers, maybe nothing was wrong, but paranoia turns a minute into something too long. Mama called at noon, said she heard about the scene. Asked why my jacket smelled like smoking gasoline. I told her I was working, said I came home late. She went quiet for a moment like she recognized the weight. Days became weeks, but the pressure never left. Every knock at the door sounded close to arrest. Every car in the mirror felt 1 mile behind. Every old friend smiling made me question their mind. And my brother disappeared without leaving a word. No message, no address, not a rumor I heard. Only one cracked photo in the drawer by his bed, and the sentence on the back: do not live like the dead. That line hit harder than the brass in the beat, harder than the window on the empty back street. We call silence honor, call fear being wise, but a man loses himself when he lives through a lie. So I drove to the bridge where the river ran black, parked under the lights with the city at my back. I spoke every truth to the rain and the steel, not asking for mercy, just admitting what was real. No more rehearsing, no more changing the time, no more hiding my soul behind one perfect line. The street may stay silent, the city may deny, but every man eventually meets his own alibi. Midnight alibi, same old lie beneath the light. I said I was nowhere, but my shadow knew the night. Midnight alibi, years went by, but truth survived. Nobody saw me there, still something in me died. Midnight alibi, now the morning fills the sky. I cannot change the past, but I will not repeat the lie. Rain on the roof, no more stories, no more alibi. We ain't begging nobody for a seat at the table. We building our own damn table out the trunk. Watch the trunk. The cassettes directly out of the vintage trunk, refusing to swallow the corporate manufactured junk that the major labels are trying to forcefully feed. I'm planting the revolutionary independent seed of an absolute uncompromising self-made empire, throwing the deceptive corporate contract into the fire. They offer me the advanced, the heavily sparkling chain, trying to hijack the deeply profound intellectual brain. But I know the mathematics, I read the microscopic print. You planning to take my publishing and leave me completely skint. I'd rather hustle manually out on the freezing street, making sure my financial autonomy is fully complete. I own my masters, I own my publishing and my rights. I don't toss and turn nervously in the middle of the nights. I'm the CEO, the boss, the manager, and the crew, executing exactly what an independent king gotta do. Rip the deal, keep it real. Driving the underground independent wheel. Rip the deal, keep it real. Driving the underground independent wheel. Rip the deal, keep it real. Driving the underground independent wheel. Rip the deal, keep it real. Driving the underground independent. You signed a 360, gave your entire life away to work like a slave for a minimum corporate pay. They tell you what to wear and dictate exactly what to say, while I am designing my own unadulterated way. The underground is built strictly on the fierce independence, refusing the corporate manipulative deceptive attendance. We booking our own dirty, low capacity, gritty shows, providing the unedited, raw and authentic flows. The money comes directly and filtered to my heavy hand. I am the absolute ruler of this forgotten wasteland. We don't need $1 million artificial marketing machine when the natural talent is undeniably pristine. The word of mouth is incredibly, undeniably strong. We writing a deeply revolutionary, triumphing song. I'm building a monumental, unshakable, massive legacy, maintaining my absolute, undeniable supremacy. Why give them 90%? Why give them 90%? I'm counting the profits directly on the kitchen table, defeating the massive monopolistic major label. The grassroots movement is gradually taking full control. I'm searching through the dirt to uncover the hidden coal, finding the luck without giving a single solitary buck to the manipulated, blood-sucking corporate vampire. I stand upon my absolute, uncompromising desire. The underground is heavily and beautifully self-sustained. The victory is permanently, undeniably, heavily gained. I rip the plastic seal, driving the independent wheel, providing the culture exactly what it's supposed to feel. Break the chain, walk the line, leaving on the fake love fall behind. Break the chain, walk the line, leaving on the fake love fall behind. Walk the line. Yeah, listen up. Standing on the corner where the street lights fade, watching how the young bloods getting underpaid. I see my reflection in their hungry, angry eyes, chasing after illusions hidden in the city's lies. We was born in the maze with no map to navigate, taught to love the hustle, but we learned how to hate. I ain't here to preach, I got dirt on my own hands, blood on the sneakers, walking through the barren lands. But I survived the storm and I kept my soul intact. Now I'm giving out the blueprint, laying down the fact. It ain't about how loud you can walk in the night, it's about who's left standing when they turn on the light. Keep the moves calculated, keep the circle small. Only way to conquer when your back is against the wall. If the talk get loud, I let the silence reign. A quiet man's wisdom is a loud man's pain. Stand tall, walk the line, break the chain, leaving all the fake love far behind. Leaving all the fake love, leaving all the fake love far behind. Deep roots don't break, deep roots growing through the pain, watch the foundation shake. Deep roots don't break, deep roots. Nothing in this world that the strong mind can't take. Riding through the district, rolling down the window tint. Every bullet hole in the wall is a bloody fingerprint. System designed to keep us at the very bottom floor, locking up the mind before they lock the prison door. I put down the steel, started picking up the books, learning how to outsmart the politicians and the crooks. They want us in the cage or they want us in the dirt. I'm trying to show the block how to heal her from the herd. Every dollar that I stack is a brick in the new wall, building up a shelter for the homies when they fall. When the pressure hits the chest, gotta breathe and let it go. Mastering the mind is the only way to grow. I take a heavy loss, but I never lose the war. I just wipe the dust off and settle up the score. They want that shine, but I want that truth. I'm planting down the seed for the misguided youth. Stand tall, walk the line, break the chain, leaving all the fake love far behind. Leaving all the fake love, leaving all the fake love far behind. Deep roots don't break, deep roots growing through the pain.
watch the foundation shake. Deep roots, don't break deep roots. Nothing in this world that a strong mind can't take. I dodge the empty promises, the systematic traps, erasing all the borders on they sociological maps. No borrowed identity, no renting out my soul. Just a king in his castle, in absolute control. Deep roots, don't break deep roots. Growing through the pain, watch the foundation shake. Deep roots, don't break deep roots. Nothing in this world that a strong mind can't take. Break the chain. 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 Warm wind through the window. Palm shadows on the street. South Central after midnight.
Still teaching me
What survival really means. Yeah, black Impala rolling underneath the amber lights. Liquor store closed, but the porch lamp still bright. Bass from a backyard, floating over the gate. Mama used to leave one on whenever I came late. Summer on the concrete, heat inside the walls. Kids play basketball till somebody's mother called. We had empty pockets, but our dreams stayed wide. Talking like tomorrow was already on our side. Dre wanted music, Rico wanted land. Little Marcus drew houses with a pencil in his hand. We laughed at his plan, said the block was all we knew. Now we builds real homes for the families coming through. Some names became murals, some moved out of state. Some learned peace early, some discovered it late. We call fear respect, call anger being strong. To too many empty chairs proved the lesson wrong.
South Central nights.
Palm trees over broken streets.
Every porch light held a prayer.
Every scar became a beat.
South Central nights.
I still carry what I learned.
But survival is a doorway,
not a home where we should burn. Yeah. Past my mother's bungalow, new paint on the frame, different car in the driveway, but the feeling stayed the same. She worked every morning with exhaustion in the eyes, still told us we were worthy of a bigger kind of life. The world saw the sirens, never saw what came next. Neighbors sharing groceries, fathers earning respect. Older brothers walking children safely through the dark. Women turning little kitchens into shelters for the hard. I do not praise the hunger or the nights we lived afraid, but I honor every person who gave more than they made. The block taught me caution, rhythm, loyalty, and pride. Now I choose which lessons deserve to stay inside.
to the young ones on the corner.
You do not owe the streets your future.
Love where you came from.
Just do not let the struggle
become the only life you choose. South Central nights.
golden haze above the lane.
I remember every brother,
Every mother, every name.
South Central nights.
Morning waiting past the blue
I can carry you where I came from.
without making pain come true. 137
137.
porch light still glowing.
The block raised me.
The block raised me.
Now I have to help it.
Raise something better. You can take the man out the hood, but the hood is in the blood forever. Concrete veins, iron mind, leaving all the weakness far behind. Concrete veins, iron mind, leaving all the weakness far behind. From the gutter to the peak, perfectly aligned. Perfectly aligned. From the gutter to the peak, perfectly aligned. Yeah, never fold. I bought a house in the hills, got a gate in
point of view, but the memories of the trenches still looking brand new. Every time it starts to rain, I can smell the project dirt. I can feel the heavy echo of the generational herd. I'm eating at the finest tables, wearing the tailored suits, but I never disconnected from the subterranean roots. When the corporate executives trying to play me for a fool, I revert back quickly to the old school rule. Got the concrete flowing right inside of my veins. I'm the master of the labyrinth, the breaker of the chains. I look them in the eye, I don't blink, I don't flinch. I'm taking the whole yard, I ain't giving up an inch. They think I'm civilized, they think I'm fully tame, but the beast is still alive, just completely unnamed. I navigate the boardroom like I navigated the block, with a calculating mind and a heavy mental block. Concrete veins, iron mind, leaving all the weakness far behind. Concrete veins, iron mind, leaving all the weakness far behind. From the gutter to the peak, perfectly aligned. Perfectly aligned. From the gutter to the peak, perfectly aligned. Yeah, never fold. The money changed the zip code, but it don't change the soul. The trauma from the pavement takes a heavy type of toll. I sleep with one eye open, the paranoia is real. I can still remember perfectly how the hunger used to feel. So I stack the paper high, I build the fortress strong, knowing that the peaceful moments never last too long. I keep a couple brothers from the old neighborhood close, cause they know the real me, not the one that they suppose. We sip the dark liquor, talking about the ones who failed, the soldiers who got swallowed by the penitentiary cell. I carry their legacy, I carry their heavy name, refusing to be altered by the bright lights and the fame. I walk with a heavy step, I got the posture of a king, but I'm ready for whatever the universe might bring. The surface is polished, but the core is solid rock. I'm permanently tethered to the rhythm of the block. You can't buy this type of grit, it's inherited. It's earned through the fire. Concrete veins, iron mind, leaving all the weakness far behind. Concrete veins, iron mind, leaving all the weakness far behind. From the gutter to the peak, perfectly aligned. Perfectly aligned. From the gutter to the peak, perfectly aligned. Yeah, never fold. You can take the man. You can take the man. You are now tuned in to the underground, no corporate sponsors, no fake chains, just the raw truth. Turn your speakers up. Yeah, listen to me. They try to silence us, but we still here. Feel me? 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 Yeah, yeah, ha ha ha. Broadcasting live from the basement, where the truth is the only statement. We don't need the fame, we don't play the game. Real hip hop forever remains. We're broadcasting live from the basement, where the truth is the only statement. I grab the microphone and disconnect the matrix, taking hip-hop back to the raw and the basics. They selling out arenas with the ghost written rhyme, while the real lyricists are doing heavy time in the dungeon, cooking up a masterpiece of thought. This culture is a battle that the pioneers fought. I'm sending out a frequency to wake up the block, a revolutionary rhythm inside the boombox. No diamond rings glaring, just a vision that is staring through the lies of a system that is totally uncapped. We the architects building with the syllables and verbs, the undeniable voice of the concrete burbs. Every rhyme is a brick, every verse is a wall, protecting the sanctuary from a tragic fall. They try to buy a soul with a shiny little check, but I got an old soul and a culture to protect. So keep your mainstream deals and your Hollywood dreams. I'm flowing like a river through the underground streams. This is strictly for the heads nodding on the subway train, using hip-hop music just to medicate the pain. Listen, the mainstream is a window display. It's temporary, but the underground, that's the foundation. Can you hear me? So tell the label executives in the suits and ties, we see right through the corporate disguise. I'd rather be a broke legends spitting on the street than the millionaire puppet on a fabricated beat. The pirate radio is live, taking over the air. Underground hip-hop, yeah, we everywhere. Wake up the masses, we breaking the lock. The undisputed heartbeat of the city block.
Broadcasting live from the basement, where the truth is the only statement.
We don't need the fame, we don't play the game.
Real hip-hop forever remains. Broadcasting live from the basement, where the truth is the only statement. You are listening to the truth. You are listening to the truth.
You said after everything I did for you, that sentence changed the room. So let us count it all. Not to collect, to understand. I paid your rent when the door fell apart. You slept on my couch when they repossessed your car. I stood in the courtroom and covered your bail. Wrote your verses by hand when they searched through your mail. You drove through 2 states when my mother got sick. Spent your last show money on medicine quick. You raised my son's spirits when I missed half a year. Never spoke badly of me when my absence was clear. If brotherhood is numbers, then who owes who? Every sacrifice circles till the math is untrue. The same hand that gives will eventually need. A bomb becomes poison when generosity keeps receipts. We do not collect what we gave out of love. Do not hold or rescue like a chain from above. No debt between brothers, no score on the wall. When I carried your weight, I was carrying us all. No score, no chain, give with love, speak the pain. No score, no chain, give with love, speak the pain. Forgiving can hide things we are scared to confess. Sometimes help becomes control dressed in loyalty's flesh. I kept paying your bills, never asking you to stand, and resented your weakness, though I strengthened its hands. You defended every choice when I moved out of pride. Called my reckless behavior staying close to your side. But loyalty without limits can't abandon the truth. Two brothers can't protect and still damage their roots. So we sat in that diner with the coffee gone cold. Put each hidden resentment beside what we owed. You said every favor became evidence in fights. I said every apology came 2 years too late. A gift becomes a weapon when you mention it to win. A promise becomes a prison when it never lets a brother change. I did not save you so you would belong to me. You did not lift me so I would live on my knees. Let every good thing remain what it was. 2 wounded men choosing brotherly love. I release every number, every unpaid cost. Every night I stood near you, every road that I crossed. You owe me no worship, I owe you no throne. Just truth when we are together, and grace when we go home. Then we listed the damage, no money repaired. The secrets exposed, the respect we impaired. The night I mocked your addiction in front of the crew. The interview where you claimed every concept was you. You said, I forgave it, but trust is still slow. I said forgiveness and access are not equal, I know. So we built new conditions instead of pretending. Clear splits, separate rooms, honest meetings, clean ending. Brotherhood is not returning to every old form. Sometimes love needs a boundary to survive through the storm. We do not have to share every stage check and plan to remain 2 brothers becoming healthier men. What do you owe me? The truth. What do I owe you? The same. What about the money? That was never the code. We tore every receipt except the hospital page. Not to prove who gave more, but remember our age. 2 scared young rappers with no family wealth, doing clumsy acts acts of love while ignoring ourselves. Now we help one another without purchasing control. Ask, do you need support, advice, silence, or room? No rescuing for praise, no suffering unseen, no call independence, what brotherhood should mean. The weight just cleared the table as the morning arrived. No winner in the argument, but the bond stayed alive. We pay for our own meals, then we walk through the door. Now owing each other less, loving each other more. We do not collect what we gave out of love. Do not hold old rescue like a chain from above. No debt between brothers, no score on the wall. When I carried your weight, I was carrying us all. Balance due, honesty, honesty, respect, and the courage to never turn love into leverage. We don't need no hooks for this one. Just one take, touch that dusty break. Break, 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 break. Yo, I step into the cipher with the force of a hurricane, washing away the garbage that's clogging the urban brain. I don't need auto-tune to camouflage my deficiency. I bring the raw elements with absolute proficiency, built from the concrete, molded by the cold weather, stitching the fabric of the culture back together. You rhyming for the internet, I'm rhyming for the legacy, shattering your fragile manufacture supremacy. My vocal cords are callous from the basement sessions, turning my aggression into lyrical life lessons. Every syllable I spit is heavy in an anvil. I conquer the instrumental, taking over the channel. We used to rock the park jams, plugged into the street lamp. Now the industry is flooded with the artificial stamp. I pull the cord out, reconnected to the essence, commanding the attention with the veteran's presence. That's too slow, speed the tempo up. Let me show them how to really break. I navigate the grid like a tactical commander, cutting through the propaganda, exposing the slander. You talking about the cars that the bank actually own. I'm sitting on a milk crate, treating it like a throne. My mind is a library, the block is the university. I mastered the curriculum of facing adversity. I paint a vivid picture without using the canvas, covering the globe from the Bronx to Los Angeles. They try to dilute it, but the water is boiling. The underground soldiers are persistently toiling. I write the thesis on a crumpled up paper bag, carrying the history, holding the fallen flag. No skinny jeans, just a baggy cargo pants, watching the puppets do the corporate tap dance. I strike a match and burn the contract to the ash. I'd rather be a broke legend than the king of the trash. My flow is architectural, building the pyramids, leaving the holy scripture for the project kids. I step into the booth and I demolish the room. The undisputed champion, escaping the tomb. I'm breathing in the smog, breathing out the fire, elevating the culture a couple levels higher. I never surrender and I never submit. 32 bars of the purest of grit. And I ain't even out of breath yet. Mic check, mic check, mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2. We taking it back to the essence. No cameras, no labels, just the concrete in the truth. Yeah. I step into to the cipher, hoodie pulled over my head, spitting out the heavy thoughts that the mainstream left for dead. No auto-tune illusions, just the raw breath control of rhythm born from the pavement, speaking straight to the soul. They chasing the algorithms, trying to get a quick stream. I'm studying the legends, protecting the street dream. We passing the mic around like a torch in the night. Every syllable is a weapon, preparing for the fight. No $1 million studio, just the corner and the block. We rhyming to the rhythm of the city's heavy clock.
The mic is a weapon, the street is the stage, spitting out the truth from a concrete cage. We don't need the flashing lights, keep the lyrics clean, living in the shadows of the underground scene. The mic is a weapon, the street is the stage,
Writing our own history
on a brand new page.
Yeah, brand new page. I see these artificial rappers with their manufactured style, selling out the culture just to make the industry smile. But underground, we built a fortress out of broken bricks, ignoring all the corporate traps and the magic tricks. It's a sacred religion when the beatbox starts to pound, a symphony of rebels shaking up the underground. So pass me the microphone, let me elevate the space, leaving authentic poetry all over the place. I'm looking in the eyes of my brothers in the ring. We ain't got a lot of money, but inside we are kings.
The mic is a weapon, the street is the stage, spitting out the truth from a concrete cage. We don't need the flashing lights, keep the lyrics clean, living in the shadows of the underground scene. The mic is a weapon, the street is the stage,
Writing our own history
on a brand new page.
Now look around the circle, see the fire in the eyes of hungry young lyricists piercing through the lies. We ain't rapping about the ice or the cars we don't own, we rapping about the struggle in the designated zone. This is therapy sessions for the kids with no voice, making revolutionary music, cause we ain't got a choice. When the money dries up and the labels disappear, the cipher will remain loud and crystal clear. It's the pulse of the city, the voice of the unheard. We shifting the paradigm with every spoken word.
The mic is a weapon, the street is the stage, spitting out the truth from a concrete cage. We don't need the flashing lights, keep the lyrics clean, living in the shadows of the underground scene. The mic is a weapon, the street is the stage, writing our own history on a brand new
page. Underground, real hip hop, real hip hop. 1 2 1 2. Real hip hop. Yo. Press record. They wanna know how we survived the madness. It wasn't luck, it was absolute loyalty. We stood shoulder to shoulder in the freezing cold, writing the greatest underground story ever told. Drop the brick. Through the fire. Through the fire. Through the dark. I'm looking back at the concrete where the blood was spilled, where the dreams of the innocent were violently killed. I watch my back, but I never have to watch my side, cause my brother is standing there with undeniable pride. When the rival crews heavily surrounded the block, you didn't hesitate, panic, or reach for the Glock. You used the intellect, navigating through the maze, guiding us perfectly out of the dangerous haze. They try to sever the tie, offer the devilish deal, but they can never dismantle what is profoundly real. A brotherhood formulated in the absolute dark, leaving a permanent, historical, and heavy mark. I took a bullet for you, you took a sentence for me. The undisputed definition of what loyalty be. Through the fire, through the dark, brothers leaving a permanent mark. Through the fire, through the dark, brothers leaving a permanent mark. I step into the vocal booth, carrying the heavy weight, dictating our generational and absolute fate. You held the perimeter while I secured the bag, refusing to let the magnificent momentum lag. When the poverty pushed us completely to the brink, we didn't violently shatter or hopelessly sink. We pulled the resources resources split in the solitary dime, committing the heavily necessary survival crime. But now we heavily building a legitimate throne, ensuring our families never have to struggle alone. The fake friends vanished when the money got low, but you was the only authentic brother I heavily know. We walked through the valley of the shadow of death, protecting each other down to the ultimate breath. A two-man army marching heavily against the grain, washing the deeply embedded trauma inside the rain. We built an empire out of the absolute dust, a brotherhood founded upon the ultimate trust. I cover the flag, you lead in a magnificent way. We stepping directly into the brighter day. No fabricated rumors can never divide the team. We perfectly executing the historical dream. But loyalty is verified, tested, and undeniably pure. The deeply magnificent legacy will always endure. Through the fire, through the dark, the brothers leaving a permanent mark. Through the fire, through the dark, the brothers leaving a permanent mark. Through the fire, 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 through the fire.
Blood makes you related, the trenches make you brothers. Keep your circle tight, peace.
Master tapes on the left, publishing documents on the right. 20 years of music between us. The lawyer asked who owns the legacy. We said, that is the problem. What can be divided? 200 tracks, one independent name, one logo from the basement, now a profitable chain. You produce half the drums, I wrote most of the hooks, but your mother paid for presses when nobody would look. My cousin drove the van, your sister handled the books. Every self-made story leaves invisible people overlooked. So before we split percentages or argue the worth, let us name every hand that helped pull this from dirt. You said keep the third album, those songs sound like you. I said take all the touring rights from '02. No shouting, no threats, no crew choosing sides, just two tied men learning how respect survives. Take half of the crown, I will carry the rest. Not because we are equal in every success, because no king stands alone where the underground grows. Every throne has a foundation that the spotlight never shows. Split it fair, speak it plain. No work, no hidden name. Take half of the crown, let the old contest end. I would rather lose money than keep losing my friend. We could close one chapter without poisoning the code. Two men leaving honestly on two separate roads. Who owns the first night when the whole crowd knew the words? Who owns sleeping in the van while the cold shook the curb? Who owns your father's garage where the first beat was made? Who owns my mother's kitchen where the rent money stayed? Who owns the fear before our first real tour? Who owns the fist through the wall after show number 4? Who owns the apology made backstage in tears? No contract can divide 20 complicated years. You saved my life once, I cannot pay you a share. I betrayed your trust once, that damage stays there. Some things need a number, some require repair. Some memories belong equally deep cause both men were there. The lawyer kept waiting but we closed every file. Sat alone in the warehouse without speaking a while. Then you placed our first cassette in the center between. Said this belongs to the boys we were before business intervened. There is no crown without a brother, no victory built alone. Every road beneath the spotlight started far away from home. Keep your half, I keep my honor. Let no bitterness remain. We can walk in different directions without destroying what we made. We signed equal ownership, of the records we shared. Paid old collaborators whose credits disappeared. Created funds for our children and a grant for the block. Free legal advice for young crews learning contracts. No artist on the label loses masters for rent. No vague brotherhood, promise replaces percentages. Because trust is not weakened when the paperwork is clear. Good fences around business keep relationships near. We agreed not to perform private pain for the press. No interviews designed to make the other look less. If reporters need villains, they can manufacture too. But we will not sell hatred because conflict gets used. Then we broke the metal crown from the album display. You took half in your coat, I carried mine away. Not a symbol of failure, not the death of the crew. A reminder every kingdom was always built by two. Take half of the crown, I will carry the rest. No winner, no loser, just an honest request. Let the catalog live without swallowing the soul. Two brothers can separate without abandoning the code. The company ended at midnight. The brotherhood changed shape, but it did not have to become hate. They try to wash us away, but the streets remember everything. They try to wash us away. They try to wash us away. They try to wash us away, but the streets remember everything. Side B, let's go. Leave your mark, baby. Midnight operation, hoodie pulled over the face, bringing vibrant colors to a dark and empty space. The transit cops are looking, but we moving like a ghost. Painting masterpieces for the ones who need it most. They call it vandalism, I call it the voice of the streets. A visual representation of these heavy drum beats. We write the names of the legends in a wild style font, giving the forgotten people exactly what they want. Jumping over fences, dodging the flashlight beams, writing block letters to manifest our street dreams. Writing our history on the walls of the city. Watch the fake empires fall. Underground kings. They put the sugar on the A side, make it sound sweet. Something for the club, something moving your feet. But flip to cassette, welcome to the dark side, where the underground writers and the rebels reside. I don't rap for the radio, I don't rap for the chart. I rap to rip the ignorance completely apart. We talk about the struggle, the poverty, the pain. The politicians laughing while we drowning in the rain. No catchy hooks here, just a brutal attack. Spitting unfiltered venom on the boom bap track. We ain't asking for permission, we ain't playing polite. We taking back the city every single night. Feel me? 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 I see him try to buff it out, wash it down with the hose, but a real rider's spirit is the only thing that grows. We bomb the train cars, let it travel through the town. A moving exhibition that they cannot take down. It's an endless war between the riders and the cops, but the heartbeat of the underground never stops. From the west coast to the east, the aerosol spreads, planting heavy messages inside of their heads. Writing our history on the walls of the city. Watch the fake empires fall. Underground kings. Underground kings. You can keep asking the same questions, but I ain't got nothing to say. Turn the tape recorder on. Let's go. Chair staring at the mirror, trying to use intimidation just to make it clearer. Detective sitting across the table blowing cigarette smoke, trying to crack the armor, hoping that I finally He sliding photographs of the scene across the desk, looking at the situation, truly picturesque. He telling me he got the evidence to put me away, telling me I'm never gonna see another sunny day. I lean back in the chair, perfectly at peace. I know exactly how to operate with the police. I don't confirm, I don't deny, I simply observe. I got the ice water running heavy in the nerve. You want a confession, you gonna have to dig a hole, because you can lock the body, but you cannot lock the soul. I know the Constitution, I know the Miranda rights. I survived the darkness of 1,000 bloody nights. You done talking? Good, now it's my turn. Let's talk about the money you've been stealing from the evidence room. You done talking? You done talking? I know exactly who you are, I know the dirty game. I know you hiding corruption right behind the badge's name. You taking payouts from the cartel on the east side, thinking that the uniform is giving you a place to hide. I got the documents, I got the paper trail secured. I am the disease that your department never cured. You thought you had a pawn, but you sitting with the king. I pull the right string and I make the choir sing. You threaten me with prison, I was born inside a cell. I am the undisputed architect of living hell. Your hands are just as dirty as the killers on the block. You just a hypocrite hiding behind the shiny Glock. I see the sweat forming on your forehead. You afraid, watching all the leverage and the intimidation fade. I'm walking out this building with the smile upon my face, leaving you completely humiliated and disgraced. The streets know the truth, the streets always keep the score. I'm kicking down the hinges of the penitentiary door. I dictate the terms, I dictate the negotiation, ending this pathetic and corrupt interrogation. You wanna lock me up? You better make sure your own closet is clean first. I want my lawyer now, and until he gets here, I exercise my right to remain absolutely silent. We're done here. We're good in here.